Testing. Testing. 1, 2. Check mic check. Czech Republic. Czech Republic. Yo, what's up, everybody? Just one of you so far, but that's cool. Oh, that's actually just me. This dude's so dumb. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, well, you know how it goes, dude. It's just... Oh, wait, you know what? I do need one more thing. I need my second screen, or I'm not going to be worth anything. So give me a second. That way I can respond to comments. Let me turn off the... How about my computer? Nope. No, there's no sound coming from my computer. You're making shit up. Stop making shit up. Sober fam, what up, y'all? I wish you guys could join me like video status. It'd be cool to just like chat. So wait, is there an echo or is there not an echo? Let me log in on my phone. Let's see if there's an echo. Oh, that's why. There is an echo because my fucking computer is playing the audio. Okay, yep, that's what's going on. We figured it out. Come on now. Well, okay, cool. Alright, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. It's hard to do everything all at once. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys. You guys are real ones. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Sorry I didn't come on last night. I was not in the best headspace. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was like, just not doing it. I just couldn't do it. So I appreciate you guys understanding, even though you probably are like, huh? Why is this so difficult right now? Okay, I thought I could change the monetizing thing, but I guess that's an after the stream, so let's see what it says here. Nope, nothing useful. Okay, well, hey, welcome in. So about Garth Brooks. Yeah, Loriana, were you in Phase chat? Maybe you were, because somebody was asking about Garth Brooks. Literally, I'm convinced maybe he is a serial killer. I don't really know. Also, who's that comedian that they say might be a serial killer? He just got like a new show on Netflix too. The Titanic video. You guys, thank you so much. Solar Flow, thank you for watching it. It's so good. Like, I don't know. Like, when I dove into the Titanic, I just did it because we were at that exhibit. But then, dude, I was like, the fart? I did not even think that this was going to happen. Like, I did not think it was going to be that crazy. Yeah, Rumina, I was just going to say, came from Faye. Thanks for coming over. I appreciate you guys coming to see me. Man, I don't know. Oh, since I'm thinking about it, Faye, I got my Rubik's Cubes. It's like a disease. Once you can solve it, you can't leave one unsolved when you see it. But right now, I've done the 4x4 before, but Bodhi messed it all up, so I'm going to have to fix it. I've gone up to the 5x5. I have not done a 6x6 yet. But if I'm being honest, hardest Rubik's Cube that I've tried is the fucking banana, dude. Oh my god. It's just so confusing. Looks like Bodhi almost got it though. Shoot, man, this is crazy. So yeah, see, it's just the middle that's messed up. So this one's hard, and I can't ever remember the algorithms. And we got the baby one. It's also good. All right, let me go get my second screen real quick. I'll be right back. BRB. Yeah, I know. We bougie out here with our 2 screens and our 4 cell phones and our. I'm just kidding. I don't have 4 cell phones. Although I do want to get another a phone so that I can film on that phone exclusively. I don't know. We'll see if that helps. I don't know if I want to get a camera or not. I think I do, but then I'm like, I don't know if I really want a camera because my phone is so easy and simple and. Oh, whoa, that was crazy. All right, I got the Rick Rubin cube. That's funny as shit. Faith and Repentance. That's great. I like that name. Is the audio okay? Because I moved my mic further away. Okay, let me see what's going on here in the comments. I'm going to say straight up, I'm not going to hit all your comments. If you really want me to see it, though, just keep putting it in there until I see it, because eventually I will. Let's see what we got here. Strike the like. Yes, Faith and Repentance is correct. Hit that like button, the little heart, just smash that up. And yeah, Rick Rubin, I think that would be an interesting deep dive because the only time I've really been exposed to Rick Rubin was when I was doing my Mac Miller episode. And I was like looking into because he got really dark for a minute. He started having real bad depression issues, probably related to the drugs. And he was having difficulty finding his creative outlet. And then he wrote tons of songs while he was staying at Rick Rubin's house. And then he died shortly after he did all that too. But Rick Rubin is just like a legend in the industry. DJ Villain, what up, what up? It was so cool to see you in there that you were moderating. You had your hands full moderating FaZe thing, dude. That was crazy. Yeah, so before this, I was at work and I was just chilling. I saw that Solar Flow, her name's Faye. I saw that she was live, so I was like, I'm going to check it out, see what's up. She jumped in mine. I want to see what she's got going on. And I had a great time. I love chilling with her. She was so much fun, and I think she has a great perspective. And it's really interesting to hear how she's able to channel certain energies. And I was also really interested in her wealth of knowledge about crystals. I'd never heard of... what'd you call it? Hermetic diamond? No. Fuck, I can't remember. Yeah, Steve is a great mod, though. Pacific, yeah, I love this NPM. Pacific as hell. You know how many comments I get saying, hey, I love your content, but I just wanted to let you know that you say Pacific instead of specific. And it cracks me up every time. I'm going to come out with a Specific Ocean t-shirt, and I'm hoping that just takes off, because that's going to be hilarious. Thank you to, man, I forgot his name, but for the idea. But anyways, you guys, this week I wanted to, it wasn't hematite. It was, Herkimer diamond. That's what it was. Yeah, I hadn't really heard of Herkimer diamond before. Super interesting. It's just like really, it's like diamond looking quartz. Is that what it is, really? Because, yeah, we've got a lot of crystals here. We've got a lot of different crystals, but I don't know. I need to start carrying certain ones on me that I know what they are so that I can see what that kind of energy is like, because I haven't really done that. But yeah, thank you DJ Villain for the Herkimer diamond. That's super sick. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. Pip wants to know what your PB is. Oh, my personal best on the Rubik's Cube. Man, I'm not good like that. I wish that I was fast on the Rubik's Cube. I can only do the beginner's method on that, so I'm pretty slow. It's probably like a minute and a half or something like that. But Demented Puppy, what's up? Sorry, I'm on this bouncy exercise ball so that I can work my abs. Also, it's just like a better way to, I don't know, works on your posture, I think. But hell yes, time to heal. Always drinking the tea. I love it. You've got all the herbs and spices. Okay, guys, well, so tonight I was trying to think of what I wanted to talk about in terms of like sobriety stuff, and I was like, man, how does this relate to the Titanic? And the Titanic is just such a crazy story, you guys. I mean, you guys know, it's just like one of those stories that everybody knows about, and if you don't, it's kind of weird that you don't, but I did not expect that dive to be as interesting as it ended up being. And I was like, what was the overarching theme that I feel like could have been changed here? And the one thing that I was thinking about, like, that just kept coming back to me was how much these people trusted the the White Star Line, and how much these people trusted just the staff and the crew and the ship and the builders and the word about the ship being unsinkable, because it was more of like a media buzz as opposed to actual marketing and advertising about the ship being unsinkable. So for some reason, all these people had this amazing trust in the ship. And it was so much that even when there was people were like, the ship is damaged, we're like, it sounds like it's not good, people were still like, this ship is unsinkable, dude. Like, what are you talking about? And it was almost an hour. Actually, it was an hour and 5 minutes before anybody started taking things seriously, before they ordered life vests to be on, before they ordered lifeboats to get loaded up. So I was like, man, these people put a lot of trust in these strangers, that they put trust in their lives. They spent $133,000, the equivalent of anyways, to ride this boat from England to freaking the US. Like, I don't know. And it just, I don't know. The ocean scares the shit out of me, you guys. I'd almost rather get launched into space before I go to the bottom of the ocean. Literally scares me. But Demented Puppy just got arrested again. Praying your career isn't over, and hope everyone is doing good and staying sober. Demented Puppy, if anybody knows exactly what you're talking about, it's me. Because when I got my DUI midway through my domestic violence stuff that I had to finish, and I had like 4 years, no, four, I think it was 4 years of probation. God, can't even remember. It was 4 years of probation. Then I got the DUI right in the middle of that. And I worked for Enterprise, Rent-A-Car, and you have to be able to drive the cars there. So I got really lucky that I had a really cool area manager, and she stood up for me, and I worked at the airport. So I didn't technically have to drive because we actually hired drivers out there. But man, it was like walking on eggshells. I felt like I had to work extra hard and slave extra hard for my job just to prove myself. But then guess what? I got fired anyways, and it wasn't even for that reason. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me, but I also hated that job. So that's what actually led to me starting my YouTube stuff. I was like, you know what? I got no backup plan. I'm putting all my faith in the universe. I'm just going to put everything I got into this, and look at what we got going on. We got a bunch of people in here. I love it. Let's see. So don't sweat it. Just go with the flow. And, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. But at the same time, I feel like if you've got a cool management and if you've done well at your job, then they'll try and find ways to keep you. So I'm sorry you got arrested, but don't give up hope. You got this. A Black Dahlia murder in an earlier stream. Are you hopefully a fan? Yeah, I love that band. So just wanted to ask. Yeah, Mads Ramus. Man, that's a hard one to say. Mads Ramus? I don't know. But yes, I actually do love Black Dahlia Murder. Some of my favorite like bands from back when I was more of a deathcore head are Suicide Silence. All That Remains was super good. I'm trying to think of... It's been so long since I've listened to tons of metal. As I Lay Dying. I love As I Lay Dying. Carnifex. As Blood Runs Black is probably my all-time favorite. But Black Dahlia was a really fun show. I've only seen them once, but that was such a fun show, dude. Metal shows are crazy. The next thing I want to go see is like a... Yeah, Black Dahlia is sick. Like, I don't know. They're just a legendary band. Hey, kind of sober works for me. Like, my opinion of sober is... Well, I just don't drink. That's my opinion of sober, but... It's really like if you have a struggle with something and then you like get off of it, I feel like that's sober. Because I still smoke that green too. The broccoli. Should start calling it that in my videos. Trust in the wrong hands can be detrimental. Yes, exactly. So like these people trusted these people to take care of their lives, to get them to the US safely, to not take advantage of them, to not cut corners when building the ship. And they didn't. Like, they did not take care of them in that way. But they put a lot of trust in them. But in terms of sobriety, trust is huge. And so that's what I was thinking about, is how it relates to sobriety. Is like, trust starts with trying to trust yourself first. Because a lot of the time, I know for me, I couldn't even imagine my life without drinking every single day. Like, I just couldn't. And thinking about it stressed me out. Made me feel I don't know. I did not like it. Camel Toe Joe. Nah, I don't align with a political party because I think politics is a corrupt system that I don't support. So I don't involve myself in politics. So I apologize if you were hoping I was, but although it'd be great to get a MAGA hat. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I work at a place that sells so much Trump stuff. It's pretty crazy. Actually, what I do want though is we've got a visor that has Trump hair. That's what I want. I think that'd be hilarious. But yeah, so for me, I had to learn to trust myself, trust that I would be okay if I gave it up, trust that I could figure it out, trust that I could be all right without alcohol, and trust that I could earn other people's trust back that I had certainly lost, because especially when it comes to Kim, I lost tons of trust. What? All That Remains lead singer is a co-host on Timcast? That's pretty wild. That's cool. I didn't know that. Hey, Seashell, you made your first live. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. So I don't know. I feel like trust is huge, and it's really hard. I mean, you've probably heard this before, but it's easy to lose trust, but it's hard to get it back, and that is such a true statement. Yeah, and honestly, it really is just retraining your brain. April, May not. It's a cool name. But yeah, there's like, you've got to retrain your brain to actually enjoy things. And for me, that took like completely doing other things than I'm used to. One thing they say a lot in my smart groups is you've got to learn to live in discomfort, because a lot of what it means to be an addict is not being strong enough to sit through those uncomfortable moments or deal with the uncomfort in a healthy coping way. And then you just resort to like doing drugs or drinking to like, I mean, instantly it makes you feel better. So it's a poor coping skill. And for me, my biggest trigger is boredom. Like, I'd be like, man, I'm bored. What do I do? Well, anything sounds better when I'm wasted. So I'll just drink first and figure it out after that. Let's see what we got in the comments. Preferably from a dispensary, if so. Yeah, I definitely go to the dispo. I mean, it's cheaper that way. I've got a really good friend who owns the dispensary. She's super cool. Her name's Tiffany. She's great. I was actually just chatting with her today. She's got a brain tumor that she's constantly having to go to doctors and stuff for. She is the strongest, coolest chick. Like, I swear, she's such a cool chick. And the fact that she runs this dispo is really cool. But anyways, I digress. We got Millennials Best. I took UAs a whole extra year to make sure I stayed off the math. That's super sick. I love that. It gives you some accountability, and then that's super sick. I never even thought about that. Like, putting yourself in a position where you don't have a choice but to be accountable to yourself. I think that's sick. And I think for a lot of addicts, one of the biggest issues is learning how to keep promises to yourself. Learning to, like I said, I wasn't going to drink this week, but, well, it's blah, 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 this reason or that reason, and you kind of justify it. Like, your brain will come up with every single possibility as to why you need to use whatever you want to use to try and convince you. Like, but it's not real. Like, you don't have to listen to that. It's just your brain ruminating on it. So that for me is a big piece of it. You gotta, no way. Check this out. My T tag said, trust is the question, love is the solution. I freaking love that, dude. That's crazy. How does that, see, the world works in mysterious ways. That it really does. Man, seriously, you guys are the best. I love that. Let's see. You don't always have to worry about people putting fentanyl in your weed if you get it from a dispensary. Yeah, what is the deal with fentanyl, man? Like, what is the deal? I do not get it. I just don't. I don't know why it popped up. I don't know why it's here. It's a really strong opiate, so I can understand why it has its own form of being in stuff. But, like, why is it in everything else? It makes me really glad I don't do drugs anymore, because holy shit, I would be so freaked out. Like, if you don't test your stuff, like, I'm not here to tell you guys you're wrong for doing drugs, but if you do them, I would definitely recommend you test your shit, because you just never know, man. That's how most people end up dying from that stuff, is because they didn't even know. That's why that pink cocaine stuff freaks me out the most. I'm like, dude, you have no idea what's in that. They could literally put battery acid in it, and you'd probably still be taking it. Like, it's crazy to me. Man, what's with all the dropped frames on here? I don't like that. You know what I did do though is I switched my internet service back to fucking Comcast, dude. I freaking hate Comcast, but like I could not handle T-Mobile's upload speeds. Like, it would take me 3 or 4 hours to upload a video. Like, that's insane. I would actually just have a better chance uploading it at my work. So I had to switch back, which made me so sad. Literally so sad. Let's see. Yeah, politics are draining and pointless. And literally, politics, all they do is divide us. Divide and conquer. I mean, literally, that's all it does is divide us. And they make you think that one of them is on your side, but neither one of them is on your side. Also, when has the president being elected actually changed anything in your personal day-to-day life? Like, for me, if I didn't know who was president because of everybody talking about it in the news, like, I would have no clue that we had a new president. But it's all the same broken system. It's just a new guy to hate and blame everything on for the next 4 years, possibly 8 years, possibly 12 years if you're Trump. Let's do 12 years. Fuck yeah, we're going to be president forever. That sounds terrible. Who would want that job? People are like, I want to be president of the United States. I'm like, good luck, dude. Have fun with that shit. That sounds terrible. I don't need that kind of responsibility with my job. Same thing with doctors and EMTs. I don't want that kind of responsibility, dude. I freaking make custom t-shirts and I chat on YouTube with you guys and talk about being sober. It's way easier, way less responsibility. Let's see. Here we go. Lindsay Kuzia just watched the Mitch Hedberg episode, then was listening to his comedy. You are super talented in telling these stories. I also watched the Bob Saget one. Also very well done. Man, those are both really good ones. I hate to say that one's better than another, but personally, I love that Mitch Hedberg episode. I just love Mitch. He's such a good dude. Sad that he was gone, like, just way too soon. I'm curious, Lindsay, what you think about Keegan Carmichael. I love Keegan. He's such a chill guy. He's so cool. I've been following him on Instagram. We chat here and there now. But I see him being successful, and I love that. Hopefully that my video helped him a little bit, but I'm sure he's just crushing it on his own. So yeah, I'm glad that you watched that episode. Did you know about Mitch too before you watched that one? Because sometimes people don't know about him. Yeah, Demented Puppy, I know exactly how you feel. When the day ends, I had to drink too. And it got so bad that I started bringing it to work, actually. I'd start just leaving it in my car and drinking on my lunch break. It was getting bad. And I didn't feel good about it, but... What about Garth Brooks? Hey, how come is there something that just came up about Garth Brooks? Because that's like an old theory that I've heard, but it's been popped up twice now in here, so I don't know. Let me keep cruising down here. Time to heal, synchronicity. I love that word. Also, serendipity. Every time I've ever taken an acid trip in my entire life, the most serendipitous shit happens. What? Synchronic? Syncratic? I don't know, dude. Synchronic shit happens too. And I'm a firm believer in hallucinogens. I don't think you should abuse them, but I definitely feel like they can be more of a therapeutic tool. And if you are trying to rewire your brain from doing whatever drug you're doing every day, including alcohol, it can be a good way for you to really meditate on the subject, or see it in a completely different light. You can see your addiction from a very different perspective. So, and I don't really know anybody that's addicted to like psychedelics. I don't know. Maybe that is a thing, but I've never heard of it. Where it's coming from, when you get here, what's going on? Yes, China to the Mexican cartels. Yeah, and like Venezuelan cartels too. I've been seeing a ton of just like cartel shit popping up, but you know that the CIA is moving all this shit into the country anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I got sick for 4 days off of a half strip of Suboxone. No thanks for me. Yeah, I'm not a big downer kind of a guy. Like if I ever did anything, it'd be an upper. Alcohol's probably the most downer I got. I don't know. Like I would take pain pills here and there. Like if they were available. Like my dad is super Christian. He doesn't take medicine like that or pain meds or whatever. So he he would just leave them in his cabinet. I don't even know why he would keep them. Like, why don't just throw them away, dude? But I would just take them all, and then I would replace them with ibuprofen. I wonder if he knows. They're probably still in his cabinet. Ryan says, been using Kratom. I also used Kratom. Kratom pills are useful for sure to help you get off of stuff. Especially if you're addicted to pain pills, that helps a lot. There's a Kurt video that's locked. Lindsay? I didn't know that. What do you call an escalator that doesn't work? Stairs. Yeah, at the mall I work at, they're never working. But they finally took all the barriers off so you can just walk up and down them. Millennials best. If you take too much Kratom, it will make you throw up. You got to start low. And honestly, if you don't have to take Kratom, I would recommend not taking it because it's just as addictive too. And yeah, Keegan is super cool. Thanks for watching and supporting you guys. I appreciate that. I was hoping that our interview would get a little bit more love, but yeah, no, he's a cool dude. Kava is great too. I really like Kava. It's like the indica of alcohol. You feel like the body high, but you don't really get psychoactive effects from it. So you're not like I don't know, you just feel like you're buzzing, like you feel good. AJ, 31 days today. Dude, hell yes. Longest you've gone without wine. That's freaking amazing, AJ. I love that. 31 days, you're past a month. Here's your chip. I think I have my 1 month and 2 month chips, and then I stopped doing AA after that. I started doing smart recovery, but I believe you did Time to Heal. I believe you picked that tea bag before I started the trust thing. The trust thing just randomly came up, and then I was trying to use I was trying to like log in on my other thing that I had created earlier, and it just was not working. Milky Oats tincture. Got the Chinese off opium after the railroad. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, and I believe that the CIA is the biggest funder of child trafficking. April, May, I really appreciate you saying that about the Titanic research. I was actually starting to get really sad because I was like, man, I'm not finding anything on the Titanic right now. And then out of nowhere, I got multiple videos that just dropped into my YouTube homepage like one morning. And I was like, man, this is where I needed to be going. And then I couldn't stop. I ended up watching this World War I documentary. It's called the World War I Conspiracy. Highly, highly recommend that video. A bunch of information that I put in the Titanic video actually came from that video. But that will give you some very interesting information on where the cabal in Britain started. And I'm sure they literally said that they were going to copy the Jesuits and the Freemasons. So like, what? Okay. And they were very open about their secret society. So it didn't seem like it was very much of a secret. What we got here? I seriously love the Titanic one. Yeah, I honestly loved it too. I was so pumped about it. And the fact that I had so much like exhibit footage to be able to throw in there. And the freaking black and white floors, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm excited. The black and white floors, you guys. That was insane. Tell me it's not a sacrificial ship. And Solar Flow says it's not the cartels, it's the CIA. It definitely is. And if the cartels, they're probably working for the CIA. I watched this. If you guys haven't seen it, this documentary is phenomenal. It's called Drugs as Weapons Against Us. And I got a lot of information from that for my episode about Courtney Love and all the CIA connections. But that guy, John Potash, his documentary called Drugs as Weapons Against Us, if you look it up, I think it's free on YouTube or somewhere, but so good. And there is a sequel, but it's basically the same exact video, so I don't know why he made it. But anyways, super good. And it'll tell you all about how the CIA literally starts wars and conquers certain areas so that they can control the drug trade, because that's what they do, which is very interesting to me. And then they've got this war on drugs, but it's all just to fill the private prisons, I'm sure, and keep the people suppressed and medicated, you know. Michael Franzine did a podcast with Carlos Ledar. He just put it on his channel a day ago. It's worth a view. I don't know who either one of those people are, but Michael Franzine. Okay, that sounds cool. I'm going to check it out. I got to write this down or something, though. Let me see. Where do I put my notepad? Gotta have notes, dude. Gotta have notes. If you got ADHD. Oh, this is all my notes about freaking BlackRock and Vanguard and State Street owning the entire goddamn world, dude. Literally insane. Literally insane. All right, hang on. Michael Franzine. What a fun name. Also, thanks for joining me, you guys. Tonight's going to be a quick one because Kim wants to do date night, so I got about 23 more minutes left, and then I'm going to hop off. Sorry it's a short one, but I just wanted to get on and say what's up to you guys because, you know, I really appreciate you. And I'm really sad I missed last night. I like stayed up all night so I could finish that Titanic video because I was so far behind this week. And yeah, so I stayed up all night, and by the time I finally got it uploaded and like approved by the tube and was like ready to drop that shit, I was then extraordinarily tired. So I slept for like a good 8 hours intermittently, and then yeah, I don't even know. So then last night I was just like in a weird headspace, and my YouTube traffic has dropped like at least 75%, maybe more. So I've been really down on that. But at the same time, Kim brought it up, and she's totally right. She's like, you got to be stoked and grateful for the people that are showing up for you and not frustrated about the people that aren't. And it's not that I'm like mad that any particular people aren't showing up for me, quote unquote, but I am looking at it wrong. I need to be more grateful. And gratefulness is another piece of sobriety that is huge. Like, I feel like a lot of my sobriety was based on me not being grateful for what I had and not even being grateful for the fact that I'm alive and well each and every day. And instead of taking care of my body and being grateful for what my body does for me each and every day, I was just drinking and poisoning it and not giving a shit, not sleeping, not doing anything for myself. You got to take care of yourself, man. You got to do it. You just got to, because you can't do shit for anybody else if you don't. You can't fill a glass with an empty pitcher, as they say. Actress Salma Hayek married to Francois Pinault, CEO of Balenciaga's parent company. Kering owns auction website selling art depicting children tortured and mutilated. What the actual F, dude? That's crazy. I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. It must be a sickness or it must be a genetic mutation because I have never found a kid mildly attractive. Annoying, yes. I've found kids annoying a lot. And which actually makes me even less attracted to them than I already am. But like, what is with the attraction to kids, dude? Like, what the F? I think it's people that are addicted to power. What do you guys think that is? Like, really, what the F is that? Why? They're so small, they're so sweet and innocent, and it's got to be a power and control thing. They're so helpless, they can physically dominate them, they can mentally dominate them, and they can like brainwash them and like encourage their thought patterns to go one way versus another. Cloud seeding? Sorry, I just saw that. I don't know what cloud seeding is, but I mean, I feel like that could talk about a lot of different shit. Like cloud seeding from like file sharing, because I don't know, do some file sharing, but sorry you guys, I'm trying to catch up on comments. It's like impossible, I swear. You guys have so much good shit to say. You get me on all these different tangents. Okay, don't look dumb with Erin's got the same black and white tiles in their bathroom. Sorry, I assumed you're a girl. I don't know why, but I guess the Erin made me think that. But anyways, so basically Erin is saying that she is a Freemason, dedicated, tried and true. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, black and white tile is not in and of itself a huge indicator, and it is used in a lot of upscale, wealthy, fine establishments. So it makes sense, but it does stem from like biblical times, and that video that I put in my Titanic video was kind of interesting talking about it. Wait, the Brian Koberger case has so many ties to drugs? I've been kind of looking for a reason to cover that case. I was way more interested when I thought that he may not actually be the guy, but I think he actually is the guy. I was listening to some of the text messages he sent with his parents, and he calls them mother and father. He'd be like, "Father, why is mother not responding to me?" And I'm like, who talks like that? Oh, okay, Pablo. So Carlos Ladat was some sort of involved with Pablo Escobar. That's cool. Does anybody here know why there's cloud seeding? I already read that one. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you so much. Yeah, the ring was a moonstone and opal ring, so I loved it because it's not diamond. Don't support the De Beers company and their diamond fucking scam. But Kim loves Moonstone, and she also loves Opal, and she loves the ring. And she showed me like 4 or 5 rings that she was like looking at when she was thinking about what she would want. Hey, Solarflow, $10. Thank you so much. $10 in the chat. $10 in the chat. You are the best. I hope you know that. But yeah, Kim showed me 4 or 5 rings that she really liked, and if you took all 5 of them and put them into like a one single ring, it was the ring that I got her. So I felt really good about that. I was proud of myself. And yeah, it's definitely a disease. It's satanic. Yeah, it's got to be partially satanic because, or fully satanic because who else? Like, why? It is part of their religion. Solarflow is right. It's demonic. Your freaking Solarflow, your freaking Aleister Crowley tarot deck is legendary. That is so legendary. That was so sick. I don't know if you guys watch JoJo's ASMR or if you guys are even into ASMR at all, but we watch it every night. Me and Kim and me and Bodie watches it. But he watches JoJo's ASMR, who is like one of my all-time favorite just YouTubers in general. I just think he's such a good dude. But he is a sleight of hand master, and he's got all these really cool card decks, like David Blaine card decks and shit. It's really cool. He gives them out a lot. But that kind of made me think of that. But yeah, it's especially used in Masonic temples, 100% solar flow. It's probably exclusively used in there, and they use it because it's supposed to be like representative of good and evil of man, and they use it in like ritualistic, like where they're doing rituals. Probably blood sacrifice, weird shit. 33rd degree, is that a thing? Can women be Freemasons? Actually, that's a good question. I don't know. Let's look this up. Let's look this up real quick. Let me see. We got to go to host view. Cool. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Here we go. Can a woman be a Freemason? Well, my feeling is a woman can do whatever the fuck she wants to do, but I don't know about the rules. So let's see. Yes, a woman can be a Freemason, but the answer depends on the Pacific Masonic jurisdiction and tradition. While the majority of traditional regular quote-unquote Grand Lodges, such as the United Grand Lodge of England and most Grand Lodges in the United States are exclusively for men and do not admit women as Master Masons. Well, that should be your first sign that something's effed up here. There's no chicks. It's a freaking sausage fest, dude. Why would you want to be a Freemason? Sounds dumb. Where are all the chicks at? Where are all the white women at? That's like one of my favorite lines from Blazing Saddles. You guys seen that movie? One of my favorite movies of all time. Blazing Saddles. So funny, dude. The Order of the Eastern Stars for women. So they have their own secret society. Can't they just all be secret together? Like, Michael Franzi was the mafia king of the illegals gas tax who broke the Humerta? I've never heard of that. Rotted on his paisans and is now a famous book author and businessman. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, you guys got me curious. Well, I'm glad I wrote it down then. I'll definitely look into it. I need some inspiration for my video, and Solarflow, you definitely hooked me up with that because I was stoked when you were talking about Obama, and I was like, man, that's interesting that I didn't even know he passed that law where the media can just lie to the public it's for our benefit. Just makes you wonder. I mean, we already knew that, but and then knowing that all the media corporations are owned by the same companies or like the same, they all report the same news. Have you guys seen that news video where there's like 50 different news broadcasts and they all say not like something very similar. They all say word for word verbatim the same exact thing, and it's all about not believing what you hear on social media. They're like, we've got to do something. Lindsay, the rabbit hole of Kurt Cobain is so intense, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was the Kurt Cobain videos that my channel started dying. I don't know if there's something to do with that. I honestly fully feel like I've been shadow banned. And even though I reached out to YouTube support and they said, no, you're not shadow banned, I'm like, but would they tell you that you're shadow banned if you are? They probably wouldn't. So I was a little bit pissed off about that, but I swear it's the Kurt Cobain thing that got me flagged. I think Courtney Love has a stronghold through like she's paying for them, like personal bots to like report my shit or something. I don't know. Or anybody, not just my stuff, but like anybody who talks about the Kurt Cobain conspiracy is immediately flagged because she pays for bots to report you, or she has an agreement with Google where that kind of information is always flagged or like something. There's got to be something. It just doesn't make any sense. Most things seem to be based on Pacifics. I love that you guys get that joke. It makes me so happy. I don't even know where that... It's just an inside joke with me and Kim and my brother. Like, I think that we saw this one video where this girl like was just saying that like actually, and she was being really serious. Like she was like on a rant, and she kept saying Pacifically, like, and we were like, what? She's saying Pacifically? I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, Blazing Saddles is literally my favorite movie. It's like one of my top, like, I like it more than Spaceballs, but Spaceballs is equally as good. But yeah, Mel Brooks was a genius, and like Gene Wilder too. Gene Wilder is a genius, and if you guys haven't seen the Gene Wilder documentary, I don't remember what it is, what it's on, but that documentary made me cry, man. He was such a good dude, like one of the few amazing actors in history that just didn't give me weird vibes. Like, I don't know. Gene Wilder, man, legend. Don't be an NPC. I gotta use that. That's freaking great. Is it Lewis or Louis? Because I think I said that in one of my videos recently. They named their kid Lewis, but I don't know if it was Lewis or Louis. I don't know what changes it to Louis. The High Times articles are about him are interesting as well. High Times? I didn't even know that there was they write articles like that. I didn't know that. High Times is good. They always have it in the dispos. Don't be an NPC. That's literally so funny, dude. Yeah, Courtney gives me the weirdest vibes. I literally don't like her. And I would be so annoyed if I was in a fucking... Yeah, you're right, Solar Flow. We're all shadow banned if we're speaking the truth. But yeah, if I was in the same room with Courtney Love, God, dude, I would literally hate that so much. I'd have so many questions. She'd be dodging. And then at a certain point, I'd just be like, oh my God, you are so annoying. I can't even talk to you right now. You are so annoying. Young Frankenstein. Yeah, that's also a phenomenal movie. I love that they filmed it in black and white. They talk about that movie a lot in the documentary about Gene Wilder and how he was very serious about doing it in black and white, even though they said it was a terrible idea. It ended up being one of the most classic ideas for a movie ever. Like, people loved it. Sorry it's glitching out, you guys. I don't know what is going on with the dropped frames right now. It has to be something with... Let me turn this down. Let's go to preferences. Let's go to video. No, not video. Stream, maybe? No, not stream. Output. There we go. Well, I don't know. 4,000 kilobits per second is not that much. So, I don't know. We'll go down to 3,000. We'll see if that helps. Sorry it's glitching out. Louis is kind of French. Yeah, it is kind of French. You're right. I read it for the pictures. That's funny. Louis. Poor Kurt. God, yeah, Kurt was a good dude. Schindler's List. I have not seen Schindler's List, I don't think. I should probably see that. Oh yeah, she is definitely a narcissist, you guys. If there's one thing I know about Courtney Love, she is a hardcore narcissist. And I have a friend, he's a narcissist. I met him through my sober recovery group. He's definitely a narcissist. It's really sad. And he's literally insane. Like, the shit that he comes up with, he thinks people are all plotting against him. He's also a meth addict, though, so, I mean, that doesn't help either. But I cried watching the Hervé Villachet documentary. Huh. I'm going to check it out. I'm assuming it's Hervé. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I have not. I don't know who that is, anyway. You guys would have no idea how many things I just don't even know about. Villachet. That's a French-ass name. Girl, you got a French-ass name. Call your number. Can I have it? It's Franzese. Man, my pronunciation sucks. Yo, good night to you as well, Lewis. Thank you for joining us for a sec. We appreciate you dropping in. I don't know about now, but when the whole Kurt Cobain thing happened, the articles, there were the only one sharing the truth at the time. There's also speculation she was having an affair with Evan. Oh yeah, she definitely was too. What was his last name? Evan. I can't remember, but yeah, shortly after he died, she was literally hanging out with that dude, Evan Dando. Evan Dando. Yeah, there we go. Patriot Keto Pop said Dado, but I knew what you meant. Evan Dando. Da plane, da plane. 63 going on 20. I love that. Her band was called Hole after her big ass mouth that doesn't shut ever. Yeah, I know. It's such a weird ass name for a band. Hole. And I think that Hole was really only good because people knew Kurt Cobain. Like, I don't know. I did not like Hole's music. Not a huge fan. Tattoo on Fantasy Island. Interesting. Survivor of a narcissist DV situation. Grateful to be alive and sober. Hell yes, Bridget. That is amazing. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That does suck. And I feel like a lot of addicts, not all addicts are narcissists, but I feel like a lot of narcissists are addicts because they have a hard time coping with life and their insecurities. And so I don't know. I've seen that a lot. That is definitely a huge trait within the sober community, or I wouldn't say the sober community, the addiction community. You're not going to find a lot of narcissists that actually get sober because that would involve extreme vulnerability, and admitting that you're wrong, that you don't know what's up. Chandra, sup sobers. Sup sobers. I love that that's caught on so well. Like, literally, that makes me so happy. I had a friend on TikTok, and he would always, like, imitate this super drunken piece of shit, just character for his TikTok, and it was obviously, like, satire. Like, it was obviously not real. He was just doing it to be sarcastic and be a troll, basically. But then come to find out after talking to him, he was totally sober. But he would always refer to people who were sober as sobers, and that's where I got that from, and it just stuck. Definitely toxic AF. 100% agree. And I mean, I have mad respect for people that try and stay with a narcissist. You may not even realize that they are for a long time, almost till it's too late, you know? Man, with the Titanic stuff, you guys, I literally... You know what really sucks? Is that there are so many pictures of the two ships that you wouldn't even know which one is which. Like, the picture of the propellers is technically a picture of the Olympic. But then I also saw a lot of stuff saying it was a picture of the Titanic. But then the most official thing that I saw was people selling pictures of the Titanic. So I'm assuming that it was the Titanic. But it's so hard. There's so much conflicting information out there. So I don't know. It was so confusing to look into. And the more I looked into it, the more I was convinced that it was actually switched. But then I was like, I don't know. They probably at a certain point just made them both look exactly the same. The tiles were really what got me. The fact that they had that in the exhibit, Kim pointed it out to me. She's like, yeah, I don't know what this tile is, but it says it's really controversial. And I was like, what? Controversial? Let me look at this. And then we had to look it up and see what was going on with the controversy because they didn't explain it in the exhibit. They just brought it up and said it was a very huge piece of controversy. So I thought that was interesting that even the official exhibit for Titanic is saying shit like that. Oh, yeah, the dude. Reese, what up, dude? So glad you're in here. And yeah, that dude, Daniel Clint Rich, who says that he flew Courtney out there in a crop dusting plane and to Seattle the day that he was murked. Yeah, I'm like, dude, what? That's not known by anybody, number one. And number two, why would you fly Courtney out? Like, what was the point of that? Clearly she didn't have anything to do with it, but maybe she did. I don't know. But it was weird that he just deathbed confesses all of that stuff. So it makes you think that he's legit. Like, he's got to be serious about it. Like, otherwise, why else? Like, it's not like he's getting anything out of that. He's literally about to die. He had cancer. He knew he was dying, and in the deathbed confessed. So, like, what, dude? The Kurt thing is so crazy, you guys. The Kurt thing drives me insane. I don't know what the hell happened, but I know Courtney was involved. And I truly feel like she played Dylan. I don't think he knew what he was doing. I think she told him like, "Yo, can you buy a gun? I need help protecting the house because we've had a ton of break-ins lately." So he probably really thought that what he was doing and saying was the truth because she lied to him and played him like a fiddle. But yeah. Chandra, Chandra, I think I already asked you this, but then I forgot. I think it was Chandra. No, it was Chandra. Yes, it was Chandra, right? You're going to correct me. I already know it. But you make me smile and my day. Love the new doc, mind-blowing conspiracies on the Titanic. You're literally making me blush. Just like Solar Flow. She's making me blush so hard when she was shouting me out in her live stream. So if you guys don't follow Solar Flow, I think I said this last week, but you should definitely follow her. Content is amazing. Her perspective is amazing. And she's got a unique perspective on things because she can like channel these different energies and channel what's going on. And I just think it's such a fresh new perspective on things, and it's super interesting to see that we come up with very similar conclusions to different things. Yeah, so I love that. I need to watch her Titanic video. I didn't know that she had one, so I'm definitely gonna have to watch that. Reese says the tiles there from the 1930s. Okay, yeah, okay, I believe that. Yeah, you're probably right. They probably were from later on. Bridget, I'm going to get to yours in just a second. Reese says, my grandmother's family name, the same last name as the people that own the dock that the Titanic was switched in. Belfast? That's pretty wild, dude. Belfast. That's a cool-ass name, though. What's your thoughts on dry drunks? Don't you think it's just a matter of time before they start using again if they are miserable being sober? Yes, I 100% feel like that. I feel like dry drunks are not ready to give up. They're giving it up for some other reason. It's not for themselves, because if you're a dry drunk, then that means that you are angry that you're drunk. You're angry that you have to be sober. Like, you're angry that you're in this position. And I can understand that for like a little while. Like, it makes sense for people. It's almost like the same process of going through like a mourning of a death of a person, because you really are. You're mourning the death of your former self that could drink. You're mourning the death of your most addictive sidekick that you've had for probably more than a year at least. I was drinking since I was 12 years old, and I didn't stop until I was 29. So it was like a best friend I was letting go. And so I can understand people feeling amazing amounts of regret, sadness, loss. What is the word I'm freaking looking for? It was none of those. I don't know, but just like, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I guess regret is probably the closest thing. But you're mourning like the death of something really close and near and dear to you. Like, the only thing I can really liken it to is my first car. When my first car died and it was on the interstate getting towed away from me, I cried. It was so sad, but I can imagine the same feelings, or I remember, I should say, the same feelings of letting go of like alcohol. It was like, like I dumped the rest of the bottle I had down the sink, and I thought about saving it even, like as like a memento, but part of me almost wanted to keep some in the freezer just so I knew that it was my decision every day, that I was choosing this not to drink. I wasn't forced into it in any way, but one thing I can say now is that I've been sober for 6 years, obviously with a lapse in the middle. So 6 years minus a month. But yeah, I feel like now I don't even remember what it feels like to be drunk. I don't even remember what it's like anymore. And I'm grateful for that. It was such a sloppy high. You don't remember shit. Let's see what else we got going on here. What's happening in September 2025 next month? I want to know. CrimeCon? That's where I'll be. I'm going to do some live streaming from CrimeCon too. They said it was always planned, and they always planned it that way, and it was only supposed to be up for a year, but it was so popular. But like they're trying to erase it from history or minimize its impact on music. Very interesting. Like chandelier. Yeah, I wish they could just keep it up too. Honestly, it would make sense if they did. That's crazy. So that's what's happening in September 2025. Okay. And yeah, she was definitely involved, you guys. Courtney was definitely involved. Yeah, I'm super excited to check out Solarflow's. Sorry, I'm reading DJ Villain's comment here. Solarflow's Titanic video adds an aspect I haven't heard anyone else cover. I'm super excited to check that out. Yo, Unbox Life with Lori. Lori, you sound like you have your own channel, so I'm curious. I'm gonna check it out. But $5 in the chat. $5 in the chat. Thank you, Unbox Life with Lori. I appreciate that. Bick just interviewed an FBI agent that went to federal prison. Very good. Learned a lot about the FBI. Great job on the Titanic video. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know what? That's interesting. I might have to watch that too, because how much do we really know about the FBI or the CIA besides nothing? Steve is the man. I appreciate Steve. I appreciate him connecting me with Solarflow especially. Good looking out, Steve. April, May not. $10 in the chat. Sorry, I'm a little delayed. Now we got $20 in the chat from Don't Look Dumb with Aaron. Yes, you guys are killing it. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I can't even believe that right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I've heard smokers say the same thing about cigarettes, that it was like their best friend and they mourned quitting. Holy shit, so true though. I mean, this is my emotional support device right here. Me and this guy, we've been through some shit together, let me tell you. Actually, it was his predecessor, his Farger, was the one that I actually spent a lot of time with. This one's new, though, and we're going to make some new memories together. Eventually, I'm going to get off of nicotine, but the nicotine thing is actually, like, the craziest thing. Knowing that it comes from vegetables was kind of interesting, that we eat nicotine. It's actually, it's like a necessary component for, like, fighting off diseases and stuff. I thought that was super interesting. Obviously, the smoking aspect is what really is bad for you, but... Reese says, everybody should check out Barbara Stoyanov Adler. All right, Reese, I'm writing it down. Also, Reese, thanks for hitting me up on Facebook. Sorry I've been so busy lately, man. I swear to God, dude. It's just like I suck at checking my messages, and when I do, it's like in passing between shit I'm doing. So I'm sorry I haven't really responded to you much, dude. I feel bad, honestly. Plus, I know you're trying to start your own thing, and I would love to help you with that. So, and Solarflow, we definitely need to connect soon. I really want to like just link up, have like a Zoom chat or something for sure. I don't know what the best way to do it is, but I think that would work. I definitely want to chat with you. You're so fun. You're such a good mom too, because it's hard to balance live streaming, people hating on you, constant comments rolling through, keeping up with the comments, and still being a good parent and showing interest in what your kid is talking about. And so I just wanted to tell you that you're a freaking boss ass mom, and I think that's great. Don't let the haters get you down. The haters suck though, dude. Why are they everywhere? What's up, Sobes? Hell yes, Pure Blood. So good to see you in here. Just trying to see if I missed anything. Do a video on Ryan Upchurch. Okay. OG Skid Row interviews? I swear to God, I've watched your channel before. I don't remember why, but I've definitely seen at least one video of yours. I gotta, if you have a channel, I might just be high. I don't know, but Stoyanov. Sorry, this is how my ADHD works. And Ryan Upchurch. See, this is how I get all my video ideas from you guys. Because I'm not involved in mainstream media even remotely, so I don't know about a lot of stuff. So you guys give me stuff to look into, and then I'm able to look into it, and yeah. Steve, we do love you, and you were doing a great job yet again. You were doing a killer job filtering the negative comments. Luckily, I don't know why or how. Maybe people just don't feel good bashing on sober people. I don't know, but I don't get a lot of hate in the threads here, so. I just did a rant on how he is the most dangerous man in music. You're talking about Ryan Upchurch? Oh, man. Okay. I got to check this out for sure then. We got Michael Jarvis, a.k.a. Sleepy Jarvis. That's a cool-ass name. I gave up drinking because it became boring, and I was tired of the bloating and sickness the next day. I drank every day since I was 13, and by my 40s, my tolerance was unbelievably scary. 100% know about that. I was drinking like 3/4 of a 750 of freaking Sauza tequila pretty much daily. And then I'd be like, I'm just going to drink a half tonight. And then I'd end up drinking the full bottle and blacking out. Like, can you imagine a single person pounding a full bottle of 750 milliliters of tequila down the gullet, dude? That's enough to kill a man, I swear. And I was drinking that regularly. Crazy. You couldn't even imagine my skinny ass body even be able to take that. But okay. Skid Row interviews, you got it. I'm going to check out Ryan Upchurch for sure because you got me curious. First thing I'm watching, though, after this is going to be, well, I'm going to have a date night with Kim, but first YouTube video I'm going to watch after this, Solar Flow. You can bet your bottom dollar, you can bet your britches watching your Titanic video because I'm curious as fuck. I didn't even know you had one on there about the Titanic. And you had done one on Nancy and Ronald Reagan. I'm really curious about them, too. Yeah. If you guys didn't already hear me before, please go check out Solar Flow. And don't just check her out. Subscribe to her channel and show her some love because she covers some really amazing topics. Some unique-ass topics that I probably would never even know about if it weren't for her. So, yeah. Oh my God, time to heal. Don't even say that. Lose my vape for a second? Oh my God. The fear that I went to the... this is how bad it is. I left to go to the store... And the store is 5 minutes from my house, right? Shopping was going to take me like 5-10 minutes tops. Back in the car, another 5 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And I was like, should I go back for my vape? Should I go back? Do I need it that bad? Luckily, my brain is not that addicted. And I said, no, dude, you'll be just fine. Like, what the fuck are you really going to drive back home to get your stupid vape? But that is how bad it is, you guys. That's how bad it is. You're like, 20 minutes without my vape? Dude, no. What am I going to do? Speaking of vape, it doesn't help that the shop I work at also owns a vape shop, and the owners have the best vape stuff, so it doesn't help, man. It's like if you worked for your dealer. You guys are so cool. DJ Villain, I really appreciate you saying that because Solar Flow is really cool, and it was cool that she went live today. Also, Solar Flow, I don't know, Faye, sorry, I don't know why I'm calling you that, but yeah, Faye, obviously it's glitching out really hard, but I think that's my internet. But I use OBS Studios. It is free, which is great, but that will allow you to use your microphone plugged into your computer, and you can select which audio device to use. You can probably do that on whatever streaming thing you were using as well, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't really know, but all I know is that the audio sounded like it was coming through your phone, and then when you said you unplugged it, it still sounded the same, so I'm assuming that it just wasn't picking it up. It wasn't set to use your microphone as the microphone. Otherwise, it just defaults to your phone mic, I'm pretty sure, but... Because your mic looked cool, and it was white, which was cool. I like that. I was able to get this, I almost fell over on my ball. Forgot I was sitting on the ball. You probably can't see it. Let's move this real quick. This is my microphone. It is a Shure 7MB. I think it cost about $500, but that was with the boom. And the boom is sick. I mean, the boom is my favorite part about the whole thing. You can literally just move it pretty much anywhere. So... yeah, I think it was worth it, and I got it on Sweetwater. If you guys don't know what Sweetwater is, DJ Villain, I know you do. But if you don't know what Sweetwater is, if you're looking for podcasting equipment, or if you're looking to start your own YouTube channel, or if you want to get into music, but you're like, it's so expensive, you can open up a Sweetwater account and get a credit card so you have credit. And they usually do a promotional period for different products. And so they'll usually do at least 1 year of interest free. Some of them I had one purchase. I had a 5 years interest free payoff, and it wasn't even that expensive. I think it was for my what was that for? I think it was for the microphone actually. But yeah, they'll give you interest free payments, so you're just paying it off slowly over time. So if you do want something like that, I know the Shure mic is a hefty upfront investment, but this is a really versatile mic. It's a really good mic. I use it for all my videos. It plugs directly into my phone. It's plugged into my computer right now. You just need an interface. My only complaint is my interface sucks. I would get a better one than I have right now. It has to be fully bumped up, as much gain as possible so it catches my voice at the right volume. And I think it's still a little low, but... oh, you didn't post the Nancy and Ronald video yet. Okay, well, I'm excited to see it when it does come out then. Skid Row interviews. Don't feel bad about your drinking. I feel like I make a lot of people uncomfortable because I am sober. It's like one of the weirdest parts about being sober is like people are threatened by your life choices. You know, they're like, "Oh, you're sober." Like, "Oh," and they feel the need to like justify their drinking or whatever. Like, I literally don't care. There's a lot of people that don't have a problem with drinking. Like, my brother does not have a problem with it. He can drink 2 to 3 beers and then be good after that, and he doesn't like to feel out of control. But I like drank to be out of control. I drank to be basically out of my entire existence. Like, I was just trying to suppress emotions, fears, frustrations, insecurities, so many things. So many things. Now I still have those things. I'm just getting better about dealing with it. But the Juul was so hard to quit. Yeah, the Juuls, and those were. I mean, I can't say anything now because the vape juice I use right now is the same kind of shit that they were putting in the Juuls. It's equally as strong, but yeah, the Juuls would give me hardcore, freaking like I'd get so lightheaded. Barbara has partied at Epstein's house, has tried to be forced coke by Harvey Weinstein, and her friends were trafficked by Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell's name keeps popping up in a lot of my stuff. It's super interesting how often. I feel like I need to look into her more. And yes, I do have a channel. My ex hacked the shit out of me. Lol, she was so jealous of it, and I really tried to involve her. I'm in the smear campaign part of my breakup. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Skid Row interviews. Do you know who Laura Clary is? I don't know if you listen to Laura Clary or watch Laura Clary. She's also got a YouTube channel, and she's going through similar shit with her ex Steven, and he like deleted all of her videos off of off of YouTube and Facebook and shit. And that's like her livelihood. That's her well, not even just hers. Like, she pays most of the bills for the kids that they have too, and he's still like hacking her stuff and deleting her videos. So I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Shoot, I just realized it's 10:45, you guys. I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna hop off, okay? Hey, watching you on the telly, DJ watching you on the phone. You're YouTube septing right now. It's insane. I love it. My brother does that to me a lot. He'd be like, dude, he'll send me a snap of him watching my videos on all of his devices, like different videos. It makes me so happy. He's my number one fan. You're the best. Seriously, Chandra, I appreciate it. You're amazing. So glad to see you using the ball. Yeah, the ball is great, dude. Like, literally love the ball. And I got a standing desk so I can switch between standing and sitting when I'm doing my editing, because it's a lot, you guys. I mean, 1 hour of a video will probably take me 12 to 15 hours to edit. And then the Titanic video, I started editing on Thursday at around like 11 o'clock, and I didn't finish until 8 o'clock the next morning. So it's that intense sometimes, you guys. Like, literally, it's that intense. So, Faye, when you were talking about not wanting to re-edit that video that you already like edited, and then Mercury retrogradedly f***ed it up, that totally resonated with me. If I had to re-edit a video, I'd probably just give up. I'd be like, nah, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. I don't know. James Dean for sure, especially after doing the Paul Walker video and learning about Ryan Dunn and Paul Walker and all them dying in Porsches. That shit was weird. Ryan Upchurch, best friend, tried to kill him, and his blueprint is the biggest threat to the music industry. Man, that's crazy. 16 Voyeur, sup, sobers? She was offered $100,000 by P. Diddy to party. And you know who? The Madam of Madam's henchman. Yeah, that is where I actually heard her name. Reese was from. It was from the episode I did where we were talking about Sean Penn and the Diana Jenkins like fundraiser that they hosted, and Naomi said she had somebody, it was like her makeup artist or her hairdresser or something, had, I don't remember exactly, vague memory of it though. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my date night. Kim and I hardly get any time together, so I gotta make sure I fit that in. I can't forget about her. The ball is so much better for your spine. I thought it was the only only one my son has Down syndrome and loves bouncing on it. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's literally my favorite. And I bought 2 other balls because I thought that the ball I bought first was going to be big enough, and it wasn't. Didn't get me up high enough on my desk. So then I bought a second one at this store in town that's called like the Black Friday store. They just sell Amazon return stuff. And the ball looked like a exercise ball. I said, "Yo, bro, is this an exercise ball?" He said, "Yeah." I get it home, and it's one of those weird like pill-shaped balls. It's like got the little dip in the middle, but I use that for rolling my back, which is really good. So yeah, super good if you need a back roller. That's a good idea. Captain Caplock. I love that. You know what? I write in all caps, so that's kind of cool. But you're a legend, Bubby. Keep doing what you do. Make memories on that date. Hell yes, I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. You guys are the best. Well, let's see. We got 3 more minutes. Just to kind of wrap things up with the trust. I think the thing with trust that's the most important piece when you're getting sober is you've got to put trust in the process. Because, yeah, it does suck. And then you got to trust yourself. And then you've got to earn trust back from the people that you fucked it all up with, because you probably did. And that's likely one of the reasons you're getting sober. And trust is not easy to earn back. It is certainly not easy to earn back. But if you're diligent and serious about it, and if you really truly want it, like with Kim, like she's worth it. I really wanted to earn her trust back. Still do. I mean, we still have trust things that we have to work on. It was really hard to come up with a plan to propose to her because she has my location on at all times. And if I leave and do something and like I'm not back in the time that it should normally take, she's going to check and see where I'm at. And I had to go to different places that I couldn't tell her about. So, yeah. So, like, we've put things in place to earn that trust back. Like, she knows where she has my location shared with me at any time. Plus, you know, if one of us gets, like, murdered, then it'll be easier to know at that point. And then, I don't know, there's a lot of trust that has to be earned back when you fuck up as bad as I did. But we've worked on it, and it's come back. And, like, we still have to work on our trust and like maintaining it, but I don't have to earn it anymore. I have to, like, you know, I've earned that trust back. I just have to maintain and be honest and be open and upfront. So I don't know. It definitely can. It's probably one of the biggest pieces of getting sober because it affects everything. You don't trust yourself. Other people don't trust you. People, even if they do know you, they can't trust that you're not going to be super drunk or super high or whatever, into a point where you're not even pleasant to be around, you know? Naomi Campbell is the godmother to P. Diddy's children. I did not know that. Reese, you always got the deets, man. I love that you know so much about stuff. Most important, trusting God, surrender to Him. He makes it so much easier. Yes, I would definitely fully agree with that. You may not have to have, like, we may not all have the same higher power, but I think just realizing that there is something bigger than us that's at play here is certainly something that you have to accept, because otherwise your world revolves around yourself and it just can't. Like, it's just not sustainable, doesn't make sense. And honestly, to be a good human, you have to be of service to your fellow humankind, your mankind, your fellow man and woman. So yeah, I don't know. I think that that's 100% true. And, you know, God works in mysterious ways. I'm not personally like super religious. I'd say I'm more spiritual than religious, but because I feel like religion implies, what's the word? Like organization. It involves the organized religious piece of things, and sometimes that can get really convoluted, groupthinky, and really people-pleasy. You're pleasing your church as opposed to really giving a shit about what God wants or whatever. So, oh, I love that. You know what I learned recently? Character is who you are when no one's watching. Got this fortune cookie 2 years ago when I was getting sober. I love that. And it's so true, because you have to be able to keep promises to yourself. When nobody's watching and you can get away with it, are you still going to use that substance or drink or do drugs or whatever? And that definitely separates somebody who wants to get sober versus somebody who's kind of white-knuckling it, dry drunk status. But hang on, let me read it again because it brought something up. Character is who you are when no one's watching. I just realized that that's how your sun and moon and your rising works, my moon sign is double. I'm a double Aquarius, and I realized that your moon sign is how you are when nobody is around, and your sun sign, maybe I have that backwards. Your sun sign is how you are with other people, and your moon sign is how you are when you're alone. And yeah, I definitely feel like I'm still an Aquarius when I'm by myself. So yeah. Yes, thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad to have space for you guys because I love this community. You guys are amazing. You guys bring me up. You guys keep me focused. You keep me honest. You keep me motivated each and every week to do these videos. And like, yeah, it's a lot of work, but I mean, it's one of my jobs. So I'm happy to do it. I'm happy that my job gets to involve researching things I'm interested in and bringing you guys that same information, letting you know what I found. Yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this and connect with you guys. And I'm even more grateful you guys decided to hang out with me in here. It's super cool. Moon is home and emotions. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Age of Aquarius. Yeah, sorry it was so short tonight, you guys, but I don't want to upset Kim. She deserves the attention. And yeah, I'm going to go do date night. But thank you guys. Cancer moon, like both Kurt and Courtney. That's interesting. Kim is a Cancer. She's actually a cuspy. She's on June 21st, but she identifies as a Cancer. And she definitely is. I 100% think she is. So, all right. Well, I love you guys. I'll keep talking for another 2 hours if I don't stop. But Solar Flow, I definitely want to connect with you. I'm just going to get back to you in email. I'm just going to shoot you my phone number, I think, is probably going to be the easiest way so that I don't have to. I suck at checking my email. I just suck at it. And I will enjoy my time with Kim. And good night, you guys. But I will do this next week. I'm going to for sure be back on Friday. I need to get ahead of schedule this week. So I'm going to try and do, I say this every week, I'm going to do a topic I don't think is going to take me as long. And then I'll end up making a 2.5 hour video about it or something. So anyways, your cat is June 21st. I love that. All right, love you guys. Later. I'll catch you soon. If you haven't watched the Titanic video, definitely watch it. I'm going to go watch Faye's Titanic video. Solar Flow, go follow her. And then watch her Titanic video as well. And yeah, have your world rocked about the Titanic. And then go watch the Titanic 1997 movie. See what that's all about. But anyways, love you guys. You guys are awesome. Stay safe. Sleep safe. Stay sober. Later, sobers. Love you guys. Seriously, I mean that.